Hey, it's Kelly here at Don't Run with Scissors, coming at you with episode 61. I remembered. I looked and I remembered. So, 61. I don't know how to sign episode. So, sorry. Sorry. So my new favorite sign this week is Barber. Barber. Cracks me up. Feel like I'm a little kid with scissors. I told you, helicopter. Um, It's been a week. It is November 1st. How is it November? November 1st. My babies on Wednesday turned 21. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, so for those of you who are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It sends me a like message that somebody liked me and subscribed to my channel. It gives me a little boost of my serotonin and ups my self-esteem, and we all need that. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Just all works. So I'm Kelly. I hope that I am your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins and two crazy rescue dogs who almost became three rescue dogs, but we didn't have it. Who likes to craft and has gone back to school full time because why not? Why not? So we have a huge test again tomorrow. We had a metric butt ton of homework that was due yesterday. I am still behind in nutrition. I have a couple meetings today. I have to take the boy to band again tonight. But it's all good. So I had my procedure on my back, and this time the insurance decided I had to do this other test. I had to have my back numbed up with some sort of medication. So he went in there and did a bunch of shots and injections and stuff and numb me up, sent me home and said, go run and bike and do anything that you think would normally aggravate your back. I want you to do. Well, it held up until I lost my footing on the treadmill and fell. You know, only me. And I'm all good. But I got in almost an hour's worth of run before that happened. Run walk, because I do intervals. And then I biked. So I worked out for like a total of 3 hours that day. And I took a really good nap before I did that because, well, my back finally didn't hurt so bad and I could lay down and get comfortable. Let's see. So this weekend we took the girls down to get their nails trimmed, and then they got chicken nuggets. Actually, they got chicken tenders at Culver's. My bougie dogs. Let's see, what else did I've done a buttload of homework and office work. I'm getting close to being caught up on everything, which is good because next week I have 2 hearings on the same day, thankfully in the same court. Now here's the funny thing. One's on Zoom and one's in person. Make that make sense. Same court building, just different judges. So hopefully that will be, I'm a little worried about the timing and how all that's going to play out. So we shall see. Let's see what else has gone on. Oh, I made the board of the sign club. I'm on the sign club board. They accepted my application. Me and 2 other people. So I think the next year's board, or this year's board, is going to be 3 of us. We're having movie night on Saturday. A movie afternoon. I think it's more like afternoon. It's Monday. The event is on Saturday. And as of this past Saturday, Friday or Saturday, they still weren't sure which movie they were showing. That's a problem. that will be fixed going forward because no, that's just not the way I operate. I fly by the seat of my pants on a lot of things, but not things that are going to impact other people's schedules and if they may come or not come, or if they can bring kids or not kids. Like, is it a family movie? Well, depending on what we show, maybe. Not that we're going to be showing R-rated films, but you know, like even some PGs aren't like the best at showing kids, or it wouldn't interest them. Maybe wouldn't hold their attention, and yeah. So, let's see, what else have we done? That's really about it. But I did get more stitching in. You guys would be proud of me. You'll see. I got a lot more stitching in. So that's good. We got some haul. We all know I don't plan much. My plan is just to keep working on stuff. That's going to be the plan. I go over to the other campus for the boys band tonight. I have to do a Zoom call with somebody. But then I'm going to be stitching. My daughter has decided to move, which has now thrown off the dogs, because that's what happens in my house. The dog bells work. Okay, so, oh, good thing I found that. So tomorrow I have my eye doctor, and then Thursday I go back to the pain doctor. Do the pain doctors really want to be called pain doctors? Like, that doesn't seem like a good name. It doesn't. Okay, so this last week I worked on my gingerbread house. It's gonna be super little. So here's the thing, because I fell behind, and she is not an English isn't her first language person, which is fine, absolutely fine. And somewhere in the process, some things on the rules, the translation got lost. She said to me, as long as you're making progress on the wall, you'll get sent the next part. What she really meant was you have to complete that section in order to get the next part. So the first time I paid my $1, actually twice now I paid my $1 and got the next part. Which is fine, because the first time I didn't even make it to start on the second wall, kind of thing. And then I don't remember where I was the second time I paid my $1. So I'm now to the point where she's like, why don't you just send me $4 and I'll send you the rest of the pattern. And you can stitch it at your own time. So I think I'm going to have to do that, because I don't have the roof. And she did a video for the assembling instructions, so I should be able to follow along, because otherwise it would, I think it's in Russian. I don't read Russian. I don't read many. I read English well some days. That's a challenge other days. So, but that like really and truly, it's itty bitty. If I recall, this is Fiddler's Cloth from Joann's. It's the Charles Craft brand. So, but it's super cute. I mean, the little gingerbread man, I have beads and all that sort of stuff for him. So he's got to get finished, because that is going to be my my exchange for Stacy's Christmas ornament exchange. Stitching ornament exchange. It's got to get sent out, I think, by the end of the month. So I've got to get my butt in gear. Okay. So I needed a break from Pikachu. My friend is moving into his house. He had to go to house orientation. What? House orientation. He had to go learn how to live in his house. I died when he told me, but he sent me pictures, because he took tons of pictures, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so excited for him. So I pulled back. I've been working slowly on 99 by Ink Circles, which is just, hi Lizzie, hi big girl. Poor Lizzie, she had her whatever happened at that other place has just absolutely tortured her, and she just gets freaked out. And then you add in the mask, and so the poor girl, she's like freaking out, like at the groomer and at our normal place. And so the girl was really nice. We were the only people left. And I purposely do that. So like there's not a lot of dogs left. Like we time this well to reduce her stress. So we get in there, the poor girl, so the girl takes off her mask. She's like, look, I'm fully vaccinated. I'm like, so are we. You know, like we're not going to be breathing on each other kind of thing. She gets in there. She has Lizzie's nails trimmed before we could basically blink. She gets Lizzie a treat. She's all good. We go to pay. And my big girl promptly poos in the middle of the lobby. Yeah. Needless to say, I tipped her way more than I normally would because, one, she was so great with Lizzie. Like, literally, she had her nails, 2 of the 4 paws done before, like, without lifting up her paw or anything. Like, didn't figure out. We have figured out that it's when you touch Lizzie's front left paw. So something's going on with that paw that maybe she's still kind of nervous about. That's when she just does, she's done. So the girl got them all, and she was super sweet. Then she did the little dogs, and it was funny because the little dog is so little, you can just hold her and snip. So it was super fast. So that's what we did. And then, like I said, we went to Culver's and got her chicken tenders. She's all spoiled. She's a good girl. She's my big girl. So, back to my stitching. Sorry for the interruption of the dog, but you guys know me well enough by now. Like, come on, we've been together almost like over a year now. My dogs are a hot mess. So, ink circles, 99. And I, one of these days I'll reprint it so it's a color picture, but today is not that day. So, we've actually got to add in 3 beers. Look at that. If all goes well with tonight at band practice, I may have that page done. Lizzie doesn't think so. Is that a challenge? What you doing? What you doing, big girl? Why don't you go cuddle with Bella? It's so funny. So we got... Oh... She did let me put a hat on her head. She had like a ski hat, a knit ski cap for a little bit. Maisie's Maisie's little. She'll let you, you can, she doesn't have to let you do it. She just does, she'll just let you just do it because she's so little. Excuse you. Yes. Go tell Bella to get you a treat. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's talk about yourself for a second. Hey, Bella. Oh, that was the other thing. I think I told you guys last week. Did I tell you guys last week? I did register for classes. The kids are working on, they have to do something about which math class they can take. So next month, feels like it's going to be next month, but it's not till January. I have ASL 3 and 4, Human Structures and Functions, which is basically anatomy and physiology, and web design. Whoops. So, okay, so back to ink circles and my beers. So once I get, and I am literally just doing it on cream colored 14 count Ada that I got from Rita Renee on Facebook. She's got a shop on Facebook and a group, and if you stitch on Ada and even some linens, check her out because her prices are dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. Plus she carries 60-inch wide. 60-inch wide Ada. So we put this beer bottle in, and then these two. I think this is Hobgoblin. It's an Alaskan beer. Let me see. You think Hobgoblin stuck out just because I thought it was the funniest name. Let's see. Alaskan Amber. And then Beck's Beer. Beck's Beer. So if I get 4 done tonight, that will be a page finish, which would mean I'm at the halfway point. So fingers crossed, because that would be really cool. I guess my goal, since it won't be done for Wednesday, I guess my goal is now to have it by Christmas. I don't know. The thing is, like, so that one I want to get done as soon as possible because obviously he moves into his house on Wednesday. Oh yeah, house orientation. I was dying. But it's a new build and there's all these, like, you know, everything's electronically controlled and you can log on to your smartphone, I guess, and control stuff. It's crazy. Crazy. It's very cool though. So I have that, like, I want to get that done so he can get that up on his wall soon. And he knows. He's excited. He loves it. I got to get the little ornament done because that's got to go in the mail with the rest of my gift that I haven't bought yet, but is on my agenda. And then Pikachu here has got to get done because I have a customer who's paying me to do it. And I told her ideally by Thanksgiving. So I'm a little stressed out about all the stitching, but I have made amazing progress on Pikachu. I have gotten a color finish in. We've got a little bit of confetti up in here. But essentially, I mean, I want to say we're over halfway done. I want to stitch Pikachu. I might take Pikachu with me tonight. Because tomorrow I'm not really going to be able to stitch between class and having my eyes all jacked up with being dilated. So yeah, once Pikachu is, okay, so once these 3 are done, I'm going to pull back out the Marine Corps emblem for sure. Oh, that's the other big news. So, you know, my big periodic table, because, you know, my daughter's chemistry major and forensic science. Well, Bean has decided she doesn't like writing out books and books of pages and pages and essays of answers on chemistry anymore. And she doesn't think she wants to work with dead bodies. Well, yeah, okay. So, she is actually considering changing her major and deciding to go to veterinarian school. Now, I think in a lot of ways, personality and knowing my daughter like I do. Stop, dog. Where's your toy? The little dog is not your toy. Things I never thought I'd say out of my mouth. The little dog is not your toy. Get your toy, Lizzie. Where's your bear? Which really doesn't look like a bear anymore. It's just like this stuffed animal, pair of legs. It was a bear at one point. But she won't let us throw them out. She's dug them out of the trash when I've tried. Yeah. Okay, so Bean is talking about going to veterinarian school. I think that'd be a great fit. My concern, though, is I don't know what she's going to do. She's going to have to put down a bunch of animals. I think that's going to weigh heavy on her. But I told her, hey, whatever you decide, I will back you with. She's still going to finish. She's going to keep on with the SLI program with me. And I said, honestly, there's no career out there that would not be a bonus factor for you. And even if you're not looking at it from a bonus factor of a career move or supporting your career, it's just a really cool thing to have in your pocket. No, it's just really cool. And, you know, we've joked because we've been at other places and, like, You know, you don't want everybody to know your business all the time. And we can talk to each other still, and nobody, 99% of the population doesn't have a clue what we're signing. So, yeah. So, the first week I told you my favorite sign was turtle. And now we officially know turtle because we learned animals, some animals the other day. This is vampire. So you do the two little teeth. In witch. And then helicopter. Or you could do helicopter like this. One of Bean's favorite ones is airplane. Airplane. My son's is coffee. But like I said, barber or hair. So if you do barber, and then you go shop. Or barber. So hair. If you're going to the salon to get your hair cut, person who cuts your hair, you have to add the little ers. Hair cutter. It's kind of fun. We are learning all of the states and the providences. So my one friend says, I don't understand why. I'm from Michigan, so learning Michigan was key. ASL signs for states don't follow the postal codes, because that would have been easy. So Michigan is M-I-C-H. Still not hard to, Michigan, M-I-C-H. My friend goes, I don't know why you guys don't just do this for sign. You could do this and then like this. That makes more sense. M-I-C-H is not hard. And not everybody realizes that Michigan is the shape of a mitten. But everybody who knows ASL would know M-I-C-H. So this is a big debate. It's not really a debate. I just nod. Go, well, you know, it's kind of like if I go over to Ireland and I tell them I speak leprechaun really well. And he goes, what? He goes, leprechauns don't have their own language. And I go, exactly. So, yeah. Let's see. So this week we have at least one 30 to 60 minute run. I mean, that's a big variable. This weekend I'm up for a 90-minute run. Preferably on the trail, he says. And a 2 to 3 hour bike. And I said, well, the bike will be easy. And he goes, I know, that's why I put it last. So yeah, so once these 3 are done, the big push will be the Marine Corps emblem. She says she still would really like the periodic table. So it's not like I'm going to trash that. I'm not trashing it. There's too much freaking work in that already. So I'm going to maybe pull that one out and start doing one stream a night. I am not planning, knock on wood, who knows, because we all know. I'm not right now planning to join any like big sales for next year. I'm so far behind on the sales for this year that I'm just going to treat them like they're the new sales for next year. Because why not? You know. So, I do have a little bit of haul. My first one is a Mill Hill kit, because maybe I'll join Janet with Mill Hill Monday. But look at, is that not totally me? Like, seriously. So cute. So cute. I had to get it because I didn't want to pay shipping. And, you know, why not spend $7 when you can save the $5 in shipping? You know, it makes sense. It does. You know you guys do it too, so don't even judge me. Okay, so the other one that I got is by Tiny Modernist. I think it's Tiny Modernist who has the Nutcracker one that they're doing, that I absolutely love. They there's there's the one by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which is cute, but I think it's a Tiny Modernist one that I love, and I really want to get it. Maybe I'll put that under the Christmas tree for myself. So yeah, so I got this one, and the whole reason was because I don't know if you guys have seen her doing it. She is, what is her Instagram handle? Stitches of Heritage, maybe? She's taking wash day lady. Stop. You're okay. And she's stitching that, but then she's also taken the Eleanor Burns, the Underground Railroad quilt blocks, kind of thing, and making like little quilts, so they're on her clothesline. It's stunning. And I know I have shared with you guys in the past. Lizzie, enough! Sit your fat butt down. Oh my gosh. Bean has learned about the Underground Railroad back in first grade, and it's always been one of those things. And I had started a quilt where she has done the map and found the blocks that go with her map to support it. So I was like, and I was like, okay, so I have to finish sewing that. That's been a whip since she was in first grade. Don't judge me. So when I saw the cross stitch ones, I was like, I could flip that and make her the small version as well for her wall. Now, I love the Wash Day Lady pattern that she found. It's really bothering me that I can't figure out that I can't share with her her Instagram handle. So let me grab it real fast because that really bothers me. Oh, please. It's Stitches of Heritage. Her name is Deb. Her stitching is just beautiful. So she has taken the quilt blocks, and when she stitches them as her little quilts on the line, she explains like what that quilt is supposed to mean when you were looking to try and figure out your path on the Underground Railroad. Well, Wash Day Lady, I can't find the pattern because she's totally okay with me kind of taking her idea. And I totally give her credit. This is like her putting that together, 100% on her. 110%. Like, and it is gorgeous. I can't find that pattern. And then, so I started thinking, I'm like, well, first of all, that may not be the best representation for me to stitch, if that makes sense to anybody. So what I want to do is find like a, basically a house that would have been out in the woods, not a plantation, not a plantation. And that's the problem, is I'm finding more like, when you look up Civil War houses, you're getting the plantation houses. That is clearly not what I want. I want like an old farm that kind of looks realistic, but not. I don't want to do a bunch of half stitches and all this other stuff. I don't mind necessarily doing some back stitch, but I don't want back stitch heavy. But then on the clothesline out in the yard, I'm going to have the quilts based on Bean's path that she has. So in order to help me with doing the quilts and shrinking down quilt blocks, I found Jane's Joy, which is by Carolyn Manning. And it is essentially the Civil War diary quilt. I don't know if anybody... Okay, so I have a friend who I quilt with. I've known Doreen for eons now, since my kids were babies. Like, really and truly, before her babies, who were, like, in college then. Her one son was in college. He had a band. The kids wore his little band t-shirt. He got little kids sizes, and I got him, and all the guys in the band autographed him. He was dating his now wife. He's now a doctor, like, of, like, biochemistry or physics or something. Like, He's another one of those being where they're like super, super, super smart. So he married his wife, who he calls Bean. They now have 2 girls. Yeah, that's how long I've known Doreen. Doreen did her Civil War diary quilt, which is, if you guys aren't familiar with the Civil War diary quilt, it's 6-inch quilt blocks, and there's like 130 some of them. She sewed them by hand. She didn't even machine piece them. She sewed them by hand, and her deal is she does it, and she's going to hand quilt it. And I don't know if she's hand quilted it yet. I haven't seen pictures of it in a while, so I'm going to guess no. She So her deal is she's going to be buried in it. I'm like, well, let me assure you, like, if you were my mom, I don't think I'd let that quilt go, because especially since you did it by hand, I mean, it's hours and tons of work. Okay, so the Civil War diary quilt is a bunch of these, and then you get this big thick book, and you do the quilt, and square by square, and each square comes with like a little story. So this is the cross stitch version, and I grabbed it because I thought like several of the quilt squares that Bean has on hers are in here, so it would make it easier for me to stitch rather than having to totally recreate from scratch. So I got that, and then the other thing that I got, because Lynn X Stitches makes the most glorious bags, and they're really reasonable, especially for as good a quality as they are. And she had one left, and given all of this, I had to eat it. But even better is, like, they've got the different states, like, in the fabric. But I don't think she realizes it says Detroit, Michigan. It was meant to be. So my, in fact, I'm going to put it right in there right now. See this? Oops, not the beach one. So Harriet Tubman is getting Jane's Joy. And that will be a 2021 start. I am not going to start it anytime soon. Sometime next year. The other thing that's really cool